Taylor Swift is one of the most successful and influential artists of her generation, known not only for her music, but also for her impact on the entertainment industry, philanthropy, and culture. Over her ongoing career, she has achieved numerous milestones that span across various facets of her life and work. Early career and breakthrough. Taylor Swift's journey began in the mid-2000s, when she signed with Big Machine Records at the age of 14. Her debut self-titled album, Taylor Swift, released in 2006, was a massive success, featuring hits like Tim McGraw and Teardrops on My Guitar. The album was certified multi-platinum by the RIAA and established Swift as a rising star in country music. Taylor Swift sold over 7 million copies worldwide and produced 5 singles, making Swift the youngest person to single-handedly write and perform a #1 song on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart. Our Song, Swift won the Horizon Award for Best New Artist at the 2007 Country Music Association Awards, cementing her status as a breakthrough artist. Critics praised her songwriting ability, particularly her knack for storytelling in her lyrics, which resonated with a young audience. Crossover success and fearless era. Swift's second album, Fearless, 2008, marked her transition from country music to mainstream pop and catapulted her to global stardom. The album, featuring It's Like Love Story and You Belong With Me, was a commercial and critical success, dominating charts worldwide. Fearless debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 and stayed on the chart for 11 weeks, making Swift the first female artist to have an album spend that long at the top since Whitney Houston. In 2010, Swift became the youngest artist ever to win the Grammy Award for Album of the Year for Fearless. The album won a total of 4 Grammys. Fearless became the best-selling album of 2009 in the USA and is certified diamond by the RIAA, with over 10 million copies sold in the USA alone. The Fearless Tour was Swift's first headlining tour, grossing over $63 million and expanding her global fan base. Dominating the pop world with Speak Now and Red. After the success of Fearless, Swift continued to evolve her sound with Speak Now, 2010, and Red, 2012. These albums showcased her growing maturity as a songwriter and her willingness to experiment with different genres. Swift wrote all 14 tracks on Speak Now entirely by herself, earning critical praise for her songwriting. Speak Now sold over 1 million copies in its first week, making Swift the first female artist in history to achieve that feat twice. Speak Now was nominated for multiple Grammy Awards, and its lead single, Mean, won 2 Grammys, including Best Country Song. Red marked Swift's full-blown crossover into pop, featuring the smash hit, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. The album sold 1.21 million copies in its first week, the highest sales week for an album in over a decade. The Red Tour grossed over $150 million and was one of the highest-grossing tours of 2013. The 1989 era and pop reinvention. In 2014, Swift released 1989, her first official pop album, marking a significant shift in her career. The album was a critical and commercial juggernaut, solidifying Swift's place as one of the biggest pop stars in the world. Key achievements. 1989 produced 3 #1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100, Shake It Off, Blank Space, and Bad Blood. Swift made history by becoming the first woman to win the Grammy Award for Album of the Year twice, for 1989 and Fearless. 1989 sold over 10 million copies worldwide, further solidifying Swift's status as a global superstar. The 1989 era was defined by Swift's high-profile friendships, her squad, and her dominance on social media, making her a pop culture icon. This tour was one of the highest-grossing tours of all time, earning over $250 million and selling out stadiums worldwide. Reputation and business acumen. After a brief hiatus, Swift returned with Reputation, 2017, an album that showcased a darker, edgier side of her persona. The album addressed her public feuds and media scrutiny, while also highlighting her resilience and growth. Reputation sold over 1.2 million copies in its first week in the USA, making Swift the first artist to have 4 albums each sell over 1 million copies in their opening week. The album's lead single, Look What You Made Me Do, became Swift's 5th #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The Reputation Stadium Tour became one of highest-grossing tour in USA, earning over $266 million domestically and $345 million worldwide. Lover and independence. After parting ways with Big Machine Records, Swift embarked on a new chapter in her career with the release of Lover in 2019 under Republic Records. This era marked her growing independence and her advocacy for artists' rights. The album debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, and all 18 tracks charted on the Billboard Hot 100, making Swift the female artist with the most simultaneous entries on the chart. Lover was praised for its emotional depth and maturity, with singles like You, Need to Calm Down and Lover becoming anthems of love and acceptance. Swift's dispute with Scooter Braun and Big Machine Records over the ownership of her masters brought attention to the rights of artists. In response, she announced plans to re-record her first 6 albums, a move that empowered artists to take control of their own work. Folklore, Evermore, and Artistic Evolution. In 2020, Swift surprised fans with the release of Folklore and Evermore, 2 sister albums that marked a departure from her pop sound and showcased a more introspective, indie folk style. Folklore was hailed as one of the best albums of 2020, with critics praising Swift's storytelling and introspective lyrics. The album won the Grammy Award for Album of the Year, making Swift the first woman to win the award 3 times. Folklore and Evermore both debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, making Swift the first artist to have 2 different albums debut at the top spot in the same year. Swift became the first artist in history to debut atop both the Billboard 200 and Hot 100 charts simultaneously, with Folklore and its lead single Cardigan. The surprise release of these albums during the COVID-19 pandemic provided comfort to millions of fans, with songs like Exile and Willow becoming fan favorites. Re-recording and legacy. Swift's ongoing project to re-record her earlier albums, starting with Fearless Taylor's version and Red Taylor's version, has been both a commercial and cultural phenomenon. These re-recordings have allowed her to reclaim her music and further solidify her legacy. Fearless Taylor's version debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, making Swift the first woman to score 3 #1 albums in less than a year. Red Taylor's version achieved similar success with its 10-minute version of All Too Well breaking records on the Billboard Hot 100. The re-recordings have sparked discussions about artists' rights and the importance of owning one's work, with many artists citing Swift as an inspiration for taking control of their own music. Donated millions to various charities and used her platform to raise awareness for social and political issues. Awards and accolades. Taylor Swift's achievements can also be measured by the sheer number of awards and honors she has received over the years. She is one of the most awarded artists in history, with accolades from prestigious institutions and organizations. Grammy Awards. Swift has won 12 Grammy Awards, including 3 for Album of the Year, making her one of the most awarded artists in Grammy history. American Music Awards. Swift has won 34 American Music Awards, more than any other artist, including multiple Artist of the Year honors. Billboard Music Awards. Swift has won 29 Billboard Music Awards, including Top Female Artist and Top Artist of the Decade. MTV Video Music Awards. Swift has won 11 MTV Video Music Awards, including Video of the Year for Bad Blood and You Need to Calm Down. Global icon. In 2021, Swift became the first female artist to receive the Global Icon Award at the Brit Awards, recognizing her impact on the music industry worldwide. Songwriters Hall of Fame. Swift was awarded the Hall David Starlight Award by the Songwriters Hall of Fame, recognizing her exceptional talent and influence as a songwriter. Time's 100 Most Influential People. Swift has been named one of Time magazine's 100 Most Influential People multiple times, highlighting her impact on culture, music, and social issues, philanthropy, and activism. In addition to her musical achievements, Taylor Swift has made significant contributions to various charitable causes and has been a vocal advocate for social and political change. Education. Swift has donated millions of dollars to education programs, including $4 million to fund the Taylor Swift Education Center at the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. Disaster relief. Swift has contributed to disaster relief efforts, including donations to victims of floods, hurricanes, and wildfires. She donated $1 million to Louisiana flood relief efforts in 2016 and another $1 million to Tennessee tornado relief in 2020. Women's rights. Swift has used her platform to advocate for gender equality and has been outspoken about issues like the Me Too movement and equal pay for women. Cultural impact and legacy. Taylor Swift's influence extends beyond music. She has become a cultural icon whose impact can be felt in various aspects of society. Fashion and style. Swift's fashion choices have been widely covered and emulated, from her early country style to her glamorous red carpet looks. She has graced the covers of major fashion magazines like Vogue and Elle and has become a style icon for millions of fans. Social media influence. Swift has a massive social media following, with millions of fans across platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Her ability to connect with her audience has made her one of the most influential figures on social media. Impact on young artists. Swift has paved the way for a new generation of singer-songwriters, particularly young women, who cite her as an inspiration. Artists like Olivia Rodrigo, Billie Eilish, and Lorde have all spoken about Swift's influence on their music and careers. Conclusion. Taylor Swift's achievements are a testament to her talent, hard work, and resilience. From her humble beginnings in country music to her dominance in the pop world, she has continually reinvented herself and pushed the boundaries of what it means to be an artist in the 21st century. Her impact on music, culture, and society is undeniable, and her legacy as one of the greatest artists of all time is secure. Whether through her chart-topping hits, her record-breaking tours, or her advocacy for social justice, Taylor Swift has left an indelible mark on the world, and her influence will continue to be felt for generations to come.